Let's get this party started. Yeah. Come on, everybody. Blackhorse is such a freaking weirdo. Okay. Uh, Hello, subscribers, patrons, family, fans, followers, supporters, and generally anybody who happens to stumble across my videos. This is Johnston Blackhorse, and I welcome you to another Johnston Blackhorse Sketchbook tour. And before I get started, if you want to support more videos like this, or more art content from me, or more animations, then feel free to become a Patreon patron. The link's in the description section below. Visit my Patreon. There's a lot of free art there, a lot of free content. If you like what you see, then click that become a patron button. And if Patreon's not your thing, I also have a GoFundMe account. And don't forget to visit my autobiographical blog, which also features a lot more free art. And you check it out. It's also got part of my life story and such. And I really got to update it. But a lot of the free art you'll see there, the high resolution versions are available on my Patreon. So that's just more incentive to become a Patreon patron, because you get access to high resolution files, as well as Photoshop files, After Effects files, and things of that nature. Pretty awesome. So for this sketchbook tour, I picked this is like one of my first really tiny sketchbooks, and it is a moleskin, I believe it is, and it looks like I used it to hammer something not too long ago, or like when I was, yeah, I think I used it to try to put one of my desks together um, several years back. I think it was back in 2000. I want to say, shoot, 2004, 2005. I don't know, but yeah. And also, like, got a new a graphic in the corner there. Just whipped that together like this afternoon. And what is up with the resolution here? It's like I just noticed that. Ah, man, my kilobyte whatever thing is just running so low right now. But I have it set up pretty high. Hold on. I'm gonna stop the stream real quick and adjust something really fast. I should only be going. I'm hoping that that may have fixed it a little bit. Shoot, I don't know. I don't know if it's OBS. I might have to mess with the settings, or it's just my internet connection. I have no idea. But anyway, before things get terrible, let's go ahead and get this sketchbook tour started. So it's a pretty small sketchbook, and oh man, experiencing a lot of fragmenting in the on the stream here. Like, it's like hardly even worth. Shoot, I wonder if it's this. Hold on. Did that do anything? Taking that off? I don't know. Man, it's never been this bad before. What is up? What is going on with this thing? I mean, the picture quality is just awful. Shoot, I have freaking no idea what's causing like this lag and just my stream. It's like the fragmenting image is just like terrible. Oh geez, that's so bad. I wonder, um let me mess with the setting. I wonder I wonder if that's better. Yeah. when tweaking the settings like earlier, I guess I tweaked them yesterday, and I guess I had put it up to 1,500 uh, bits a second, but then that seemed to be going. Um, it was too much for the stream to handle, so I knocked it back down to 1,000. But apparently, I forgot a zero, so it was just operating at 100 kilobytes just now. Okay, that was the issue. Okay, now back to the sketchbook tour. Ah, here's a little sketch of myself and my favorite jacket, um, with my name written on the back of it. My actual jacket doesn't have my name written on the back, but here we have some words. It says, "How long does it take to conquer the world? Maybe a lifetime. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next few years. Shouldn't be that hard." We have a female figure sketch and me back on a greyhound. Never thought I'd have to do this again. And I think this happened during one of my visits back to the reservation, just coming to and from Vegas. I think uh, I think that was a trip in which when I went back home and I actually got a vehicle. Like I got my first truck. It was a Ford Ranger, and oh man, I love that truck. I miss it. I missed it so much. Here we have more sketches, a female figure, and a few faces. And here we have a dude crying, and he's saying, well, what if I don't want to be the new Messiah? And this coincides with like a story idea I had where um, it was like this, like a second coming of Christ type storyline where this guy like starts realizing he has like a whole bunch of the same powers as Jesus or whatever, or I can't remember what I was. I think I was going to call it Crucifixion Johnny or something. No, Stigmata Johnny, not Crucifixion. Yeah, Stigmata Johnny. And the character he would start having the stigmatic symptoms every time he was around like sinful people, like people who would rape or murder or just really like awful violent people of that nature. And whenever he was around someone like that, he would start getting the stigmatic symptoms, and then it would be up to him to just more or less do something about it. But yeah, moving on. Just a random dude. Looks like smoke coming off of his shoulder. Like maybe someone shot his shoulder or something. I don't think that's supposed to be electricity. That's definitely smoke. And here's a dude just shouting, "You have to jump. Do it now. You have to jump. Do it now." And just a few hands. We have a cartoony dog face and another random face. And this is a pretty old sketchbook, as I stated earlier. Like I think it's from 2004 or 2005. I don't remember which. But here we have more like black and white cartoony characters, and word bubbles are saying, "The job doesn't get done until I get the money in my hand." And this guy is screaming, "What? You know I don't have that kind of cash." Down here, sweet. I'm loving my new graphic. I was thinking about making it animated, but I would have spent a little more time on it than I wanted. And if I'm going to make it animated, I want it to be a little more flashy. But if I was going to animate it, it would have just been like a static, just a jittery image, not really doing much motion or animation, maybe a blink or two, but nothing too fancy. So I didn't want to spend too much time on something like that. Like if I'm going to animate it, I want to have like a plotted out movement. Maybe I don't know, clean my glasses or rub my nose, or just maybe it's a graphic of me just sitting there drawing. I hadn't decided. I just whipped it up um, like in the last couple of hours, and I spent the majority of that time watching like another artist live stream, and she's a pretty talented artist, and just I really dig her art style or her coloring and the videos that she makes. I believe her channel is called Pantsless Pajamas. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I just subscribed and subscribed to her not too long ago, and she's done like a couple of live streams so far, and they're pretty entertaining. Oh, sweet! It's a little comic. Okay, like the word bubbles are saying, you mean like this? Guy turns, and then just a bam sound effect, and this guy's freaking out, like, God, don't do that! And this guy's saying, sorry, sometimes I get carried away. And this guy's saying, like, how did you, and you wonder why you don't have a girlfriend, he's saying right here. And this guy's saying, don't worry. Oh, shoot, I think that's supposed to be me. It's got my trademark mole at the corner of my mouth. So I say, don't worry. And this guy says, I don't worry. Soon the world will be mine. Shoot, I hope so. And looks like I tried to continue it, but I guess I was too busy doing other stuff. And here we have another comic. Here we have like this very stern individual saying, absolutely no shenanigans or tomfoolery. And this guy's just crying, no, you can take away my tomfoolery, but please let me keep my shenanigans. And get a haircut. And bam, sound effect right here. You what? And he says, I quit. And the boss guy says, what? You can't quit. This company owns you. And yeah, didn't continue it. But this is another high school character of mine. It's like I named him Shazbat after the whole catchphrase of Robin Williams from his Mork and Mindy show, and just took that weird word catchphrase and just made a character out of it. And this guy's like a mad scientist type character, and I can't remember what I called the comic strip, but it was like this mad scientist just bent on ruling the world, and he had just the weirdest inventions, one of them being a mind-controlling baked potato that would just wrap itself onto your noggin and make you like a zombie slave. Anyway, moving on. You have a female character sketch of her like looking over her shoulder, and a few face sketches, more face sketches, even more face sketches, and that's one of the characters from the Banana Splits, that old show. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4 bananas make a bunch, and so do many more. Just a few random doodles. Looks like me just sitting on the ground against the wall with a fountain drink resting on my head. Guy with dreads and random face. This guy here is saying, I hate humans. I hate all humans. Yeah, humans suck. There's a few eye sketches, face doodles, a doodle of Charlie Brown saying I suck, and someone behind him saying, move, ass. It's a weird looking dude. Anyway, moving on. Face doodles, skeleton doodles, skull doodles. Oh no. Oh yeah, like a Ku Klux Klan member in the middle of a Ku Klux Klan meeting just shouting out "Kill Whitey." And here's a Klansman with a Smurf hat, and here's one with a tassel on the top of his hood. But anyway, moving on. Here's a little poem I wrote. Roses are red, violets are blue. I say grandma naked, and just a doodle of me throwing up, and just a weird looking demon guy with a business haircut. This sketchbook is weird. Just a face, few faces, not too much going on. Face doodle, pose doodle, more face doodles, and these drawings are actually based on photos, and these are, I think, based on some of the musicians in Power Man 5000. And I believe that's Spider there. I can't remember who this guy's name is. Yeah, more face doodles. Nothing much going on. Blah blah blah. Hand gesture drawings. Girl face drawing. More hands, face. Oh, these are again my high school characters that I drew in high school. And like I started drawing these characters way before I knew what furry was, so I guess I was a furry artist before I even knew there was like a genre for that. But here's Jack and here's Natus. So yeah, Jack and Natus, they're the twin brothers. One's evil and one's good, supposedly. But yeah. Man, these are really early, just sketches. Like compared to the sketches I do now of like male figures, like this one is just very generic. do 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 do. And it looks like we're lagging a bit. I took a little drink because we're lagging. Anyway, another male sketch. This guy is just sitting here. And shoot, we're lagging again. Okay, this guy's just sitting here just saying toaster bagels. Ah, brownies. Oh yeah, well, who wouldn't be down for brownies? Hand gesture sketches, a partial face sketch, and it looks like a action like kicking pose. Wish I could have finished that. And just more random doodles, a couple poses and a couple faces, and a couple more faces. Man, this sketchbook is pretty sparse. Some stylish doodles, some stylish character drawings, and a little tubby fat guy. And this guy, he's got some crap on his head. And here in the word bubble, he's saying, "I'm a shithead," literally. Yeah, and that's it for this sketchbook. So I knew this one was going to be pretty short. I don't know if I should keep going or just do like the. Well, I guess I can begin the next one. And actually, I haven't previewed this sketchbook quite yet. Just make sure there's nothing in here that's raunchy. And we're good. We are good. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Going to oh, I thought there was like a phone number in here, but it's not a phone number. I don't know what it is. I better make a little another sweep. Make sure there's nobody else's contact information in here. All right, cool. All right, let's get started with this one. A couple face doodles, more face sketches. Oh shoot, Cal Locken and Dez. What's up, you two? Here's some blue ballpoint pen sketches. Hey, here's me in one of my favorite skull caps. I still have it too. I don't wear it because I usually wear like skull caps when I have short hair, and my hair is just too long for me to just wear them. They look weird when you wear them with long hair. More blue ballpoint pen sketches is another doodle of me back when I had short hair and a shaven face. There's a little bit of scruff on the chin. Back when I somewhat cared about my appearance. Some female face sketches. I'm gonna turn down the mic. I don't know if the mic's too loud or not. Like I see it dipping into the red a little bit, but just turn it down just a little bit, just in case. Here we have more face doodles with a ballpoint pen. I think these are based on a couple people that I met a long time ago. I think I met them at a party, or maybe it was a drawing session. I don't remember, but I vaguely remember drawing these from like a couple that I met. Anyway, moving on, more face doodles. Really nothing too exciting, and I can't remember what year this is from. Did I put the date in here? No, but I believe this is like mid 2000s. So I'm somewhat sort of trying to keep these smaller sketchbooks in order chronologically. Ooh, excuse me. This guy just dressed in business attire. Looks like he's tired of giving people business. Now this is my old college roommate's brother, and we actually did like a video together. Like it's pretty funny, but it's pretty old. I can't remember what it was called, but it was a spoof on Steven Seagal, and I played the part of Steven Seagal. And the video itself was pretty funny, but the bloopers were the best, in my opinion. Just some more random pretty faces. Do 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 do. More face sketches. That's pretty cool. Das ist pretty cool. More faces for your faces. Hey, I think that's Wesley Snipes in his Blade role. And I think that's my roommate's brother again. My college roommate's brother. Vampires. They're everywhere. I think that's me with pretty shabby hair. Oh, man. And that's me in a headdress. That's my college roommate's wife. And I believe that's my college roommate's father. And I think that's trying to be my college roommate. Cal Larkin says, Woosley Snoops. Hells yeah. More lady faces. Do, 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 do. I think that's my college roommate's wife again. I think this is someone too, but I can't remember. It might be one of her friends, but I don't think so. I think I was drawing at like at one of these dinners that we would go to with several people, and she wanted me to draw her or something. Ooh, she's cute. Hey, doll face. What are you doing? What are you doing tonight? Nothing, just hanging out in the sketchbook. And I believe this is based on someone I met at somebody else's house. Like I would often go to these parties or these get-togethers with my sketchbook and just draw people. Like I draw people around me at the restaurant or across from me at the bar, or go to this like get-together or party at a house and just draw people. Like I couldn't stop drawing, and that's that's pretty sweet. And as you can tell from my progress from these sketchbooks to like more current sketchbooks, you can tell that all that drawing is just really helped me out. Just more random face doodles. Some of these doodles I wouldn't doubt are, like I said, people just watching people in a restaurant or at a bar and just drawing them. There was a point in time where I would just draw for drinks. That's a cool face. I just draw people at the bar and like just show it to them. I Speaking of which, I think that's why this page is torn out. And I would just give people the drawings that I would make of them, and they buy me a drink. Usually, I just ask for a beer, but sometimes they'd get me something harder, like a Jack and Coke. But yeah, here's some more female figure sketches, and I believe these are caricatures of former coworkers. They were pretty cool. They were pretty alright. More face doodles. I think I was at a concert or something. That's something I would do too, is just take a sketchbook to a concert, and I taught myself how to draw standing up. It took a little while. And here we have some more face doodles. And I believe one of my female coworkers had commandeered my my sketchbook and did a little how to draw breasts tutorial, somewhat. And here's me drawing in a Ren and Stimpy type style. I'll do like a slow pan on these just so y'all can just take it all in. It's like when I was a kid watching Ren and Stimpy, it was just like freaking awesome and hilarious in and of itself. But I always enjoyed the episodes where they would draw or animate just the pretty girls there, and I loved the proportions of their cartoony ladies. It's just freaking awesome. Not only did they look cute, in the face, but the proportions on the body were just freaking sweet. Just some more cartoony faces. Nothing much. Not much going on. Do 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 do. Ugh. Cal Larkin says, "Rest in peace, John K." What is John K dead? No, he's not. No, he isn't. No, there's no way. Okay, doesn't seem like he is. Sorry, that just worried me. uh, his blog is still going. Like it's been so long since I visited his blog. Like there are a bunch of blogs I used to visit back in the day that I should just get back on top of. Yeah, uh, John Kay's not dead, but his career is. Yeah, it's kind of sad. I guess I kind of heard about some sort of controversy, you know, the whole like I think he got caught up in the whole Me Too movement type thing, and I wouldn't doubt it because like some of the interviews that he had, especially with some of his female artists, they were they had a weird tone to them. So I wouldn't doubt there was some like inappropriate language and or possibly perhaps even contact. I wouldn't know, but like the interviews that he would have with some of his female artists were just pretty odd. Anyway, back onto my sketches. Here's me just getting more in depth with my muscle tone and anatomy when it comes to arms. I think it was in the mid 2000s where I really started to buckle down and just really study like anatomy books and muscle magazines just to get my proportions and um, musculature right. So here we have another sketch. I think I might have done this freehand, but it could be possible that I drew it out of a muscle magazine because it looks like he's lifting weights. And these ones, I believe I drew out of a muscle magazine because like drawing like the uh, abdominal and rib cage muscles in this pose is just pretty pretty daunting task if I was to do that just right out of my head. But once you study the anatomy enough, you can just about draw any pose or proportion that you can just off the top of your head. So yeah, it took a lot of intense study, like back in the mid 2000s, just to get uh, get everything locked away in my head. And I still gotta brush up on some of that every now and then. That's why I just keep my anatomy books and a few muscle magazines around. But anyway, we have some doodles of some orangutans, and it looks like a. Oh wait, I thought that was a like a little chimp, but that's a baby orangutan. Orangutan, orangutan. I don't know how you pronounce it. Do you really need to pronounce it correctly? Hey, I wonder what that's inspired from. I I get the feeling that's from something. Like a saber-toothed orangutan with like a brain exposed brain case or something. I don't know. Some more face doodles. More of the ladies, yeah. Let's get some lady sketches up in here. Woo! All right, check out them. Check out them dangerous curves. Sweet. Some of these poses I think may have come from muscle magazines as well, because it looks like she's doing some sort of like abdominal exercise here, and this is a woman who's just posing and looking ripped. I think this one's just out of my head. Do 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 do. Dooba 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 doo. Just checking the chat here a little bit. Nothing going on. Nothing going on in the chat. Here's a Chun-Li sketch. Oh man, that Chun-Li has some amazing thighs. Whoa. Ho ho. Whoa ho ho. Some more doodles. Shoot, I believe for some reason I feel like this is from something. I don't know what, but I get the feeling either I drew someone who was dressed like that in my waking life, or I drew that from a movie or a magazine. This I think I drew across the across the table when I was at another one of those dinners where just a bunch of us are just eating and whatever. And I believe this one is another coworker. Saying Chun-Li could crush watermelons with those thighs. Yes, multiple watermelons, several watermelons at once. Oh my god. I like that cheesy face. I don't know who that is. Looks like a trying to be a female character and just making this really cheesy grin. And I believe these two faces are based off of people. Can't remember who, but that's the feeling I get. I think this is one of my former coworkers, and probably met this dude at another one of those parties. Can't remember. Oh yeah, this was like one of my former coworkers because we had always used to joke that he had this spiky hairstyle, and then we would joke that it was like it looked like a dead porcupine just like lying on top of his head. So I drew like a little like somewhat of a, I guess you could call it a porcupine. I don't know how porcupines look, but I just drew this like rodent character just draped over his head, and that was his hairstyle. Wow, she's cute. Look at her. First word that comes to mind is bubblicious for some reason. I guess I can imagine her like chewing bubble gum and blowing bubbles. That's a weird face. I wish I could redraw that face, but I drew it in pen. Yeah, this is back around the time when I started forcing myself to draw in pen as a means to just force myself to make less mistakes as I drew. And here we have just sketches of female figures in extreme poses. And this is me just like drawing them off the top of my head, just playing around with the poses and making sure everything just looks proportional and looks correct. There are a few flaws that I see, but like at this point I was still learning. More poses. Drawing ladies from the back. I think like this figure I think I was based off of one of my someone shoot she wasn't a coworker, or was she? But she was one of my bosses. She was a niece of one of my bosses, and she was a pretty talented artist. And then I think she got too much into the Mary Jane, and afterwards her art seemed to suffer. Because from what I remember, like the first impression I got when I first saw some of her sketches, like it was amazing. She would draw these like animals, or like I remember one specific sketch. It was a tiger, and it was just like it just blew me away, like how talented she was. And then the years on, like I the years on down the line, like I met her, and apparently like she was pretty pretty into smoking weed and shit, and um, seeing her sketches then, like it just wasn't up to par to like what I had been impressed with way at the beginning. So either the drugs just went to her head and just messed with her talent, or maybe that tiger was drawn from somewhere else. I don't know. But anyway, that little doodle was based on her because she had a pretty interesting look to her. And often like I'll draw like people who interest me. Like I'll draw like a doodle or a character that is heavily inspired by them. Because there's like one female coworker that I would just constantly just draw like these doodles of, and yes, it just I sound so much like a creep, but like she had this lovely hairstyle. I like the way she did her hair, and she had this beauty mark on her cheek, and just her figure and proportions were just spot on. And she was just a joy to draw. So like I would often like draw her in my sketchbooks every now and then. So she might pop up in this sketchbook, but I'll let you know when she does. Some more female figures, female faces, more lady faces. There's some girls just, it looks like they're just sitting in a bar sticking out their tongue. I I'm pretty sure I just drew this at the top of my head, but for some reason I can kind of see that happening. More female figures. I believe I drew these out of some swimsuit magazines. Like I can kind of see like some sketch lines where I started drawing like one of the swimsuits that they were wearing, but for the most part, it's like I just drew the figure and just didn't mind the didn't really focus on drawing the swimsuits at all. I was just focused on getting the proportions and musculature and tone correct. But yeah, just go ahead and just slowly pan these drawings. Yeah. And this looks like a drawing out of my head. Go ahead and slowly pan this. Get real up. Get close up in there. This pose is also out of my head. Anyone who was wondering. Yes, more ladies. I love the ladies. I love drawing ladies. Yeah. Looks like I'm gonna complete this sketchbook as well. Like this is the first time I've done two sketchbooks in one sketchbook tour video. More female figure sketching. Doodling some faces here. Screaming face. Ah! Big eyebrows. I love drawing big eyebrows a lot of the time. It's like as you can see from my little caricature guy here. This guy. I usually draw like bushy eyebrows on myself. How you doing? How you doing? Like I feel like I can almost grab my head. Ah, okay, that's enough of that. Cut it out. Looks like someone had commandeered my sketchbook again. Just draw this weird looking shiny bald head guy. Which was a practice that some of us artists would do. We would swap sketchbooks, and at a time, at one of my former places of employment, we had a community sketchbook. And it was pretty fun because like each page it was like a different piece of art, and like some of the top artists there would constantly try to be like outdoing each other. Man, I wish I could just find that sketchbook and just scan some of the drawings that I put in there. I wish I could work at another place where we could just trade a community sketchbook. What is this guy saying? It looks like somewhat of another comic type effort. And this guy's saying, and here I am, drowning in my own cynicism. Looks like he's getting drunk. But right now, I wouldn't have it any other way. Looks like he's talking to somebody else. And I feel like the art is inspired by, oh shoot, what was the artist's name? Hold on, I gotta look this artist up real quick. Uh, some treasures true to I was reading a lot of Naoki Urasawa's mangas, um, from Monster to 20th Century Boys and Pluto. So I think this some of this sketch work here is based on or influenced by his style. This one I don't know where this came from. Just a very shaggy looking fro with a froey guy with a pretty long knife. Call that a knife? This is a knife. Pretty sweet. Okay, hold on. Do. Oh, the chat's moving again. Let's see. Des says, I live with a few guys, and what I've been tempted to do is leave a sketchbook and pen in the bathroom. That would be awesome if it weren't so unhygienic. See what gets drawn and slash written in it. Oh man, that'd be so cool. Like freaking, why not? Like, it might be a situation where you have to BYO bring your own pen or whatever. But I've had that idea every now and then, and I think it would be pretty freaking awesome. Like, who cares about the germs, right? Like friggin'. And I guess it wouldn't be too different than like having like a stack of magazines in the bathroom. I mean, yeah. So, shoot, I'd say go for it. Sounds like a pretty kick-ass idea. Okay, I remember doing this sketch like a while ago, and like friggin', there was this like chick I saw at a bar. It was either a bar or a restaurant, and she looked and dressed pretty much like this, and it was like freaking awesome, and just I had to draw her. I mean, she was just so her her the way she dressed and the way she looked, she just looked like she had this fiery personality about her, and it was just so intriguing. I had to draw her, so I drew her, and every now and then she would like look over at me, and so I put these thought balloons in here, and she's thinking like he keeps looking over. Why doesn't he just come over and talk to me? And here I am in the background with my word bubble as if I could hear her thoughts saying, "'Cause I'm drawing you, damn it, stop moving." Oh, but man, she was cute. Why didn't I just go over and talk to her? What am I saying? I was too busy drawing her, just preserving her in my sketchbook. A version of her that would never abandon me, that would never leave my side. Oh my God, I'm pathetic. Okay, moving on. We have more blue pen sketches. I love sketching in blue pen. Just gives it this tone, this quality, and when you do it well, it's just so freaking awesome looking. Yeah. I don't think this is based on anyone, but oh man, her like fucking, she was amazing. I tried to capture everything about her, and she had like the just the shaggy like fro hair that was just so neat and just stuck there in the air, and like freaking her pouty lips and the way she dressed, it was just so oh man, I wish I could draw her again with my talent now because I would do her so much more justice. Jeez. Anyway, oh shoot, this is the wait, no, oh wait, oh shoot, I thought this was a sketch by my former boss's niece, but I think I was just emulating her style in this one because she would draw some of these weird like creatures, and I guess if anything, like her art style would fit in somewhat of a macabre like children's book or something. That's the quality of her work, and I found it pretty interesting. And like some of the creepy characters that she would come up with, I like that two-dimensional style that she could put off. And I think this is just me emulating her. But yeah, I thought this might have been an instance where she confiscated my sketchbook to draw something in it. But no, I think this is just me just mimicking her style because another female coworker was looking over my shoulder and asked me to draw a happy tree. So I did. Cal Larkin's saying you should have walked over and gave her that picture. I should have, but then I'd have nothing to remember her by. Oh, 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 fair lady, where are you now? Ah, you're pathetic, Blackhorse. Just move on with the sketchbook tour. Okay. Here we have a cute looking, funny TV robot. Some cute gal faces. Yeah. I think this was kind of based off this other previous girl just having a more like flowy look to her, but still having that volume to her hair. Because I really dig it. Just some more face sketches and doodles and pencil sketch of me just playing around with some evil looking lighting. That's the evil laugh that you would associate with evil lighting like that. Just another dude just sitting there. And more face doodles, a drawing of a chubby guy with hairy arms and little legs. He's got dancer's ankles. Dashing female figure pose, cute Asian girl sketch. I think this is my old college roommate's wife again. She was fun to draw, and like I think there are several sketches in one of my previous sketchbooks that I've already toured through that feature her or are inspired by her. And here's another female figure sketch. Sorry, I'm scratching or picking at my scalp. There's just something bugging me. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good now. And just shaggy hair sketches and a zombie. I don't draw zombies as much as I used to. I should get back into that. Yeah. Yeah, I should. I really should. I should get back into drawing more macabre things. It's been a while. Oh. Okay. Little funny story about behind all this lettering and stuff, but here's a few like face sketches. But here is you know the lion in the lion character in lion the lion witch in the wardrobe, how he's pretty much an allegory for Jesus. But in taking his name Aslan, I plotted out this weird algorithm can't remember how it went, but um, by utilizing this algorithm, if you take the name Jesus and use the proper like numbered sequence going like back and forth, you you can get the name Aslan from the name Jesus by using this weird numbered algorithm that I figured out. Oh, I can't remember how long ago, and I can't remember the algorithm in itself. But this is me trying to explain it to somebody when I was really drunk, and I think that's at that point is when I forgot what the algorithm was. Um, but it looks like I kind of have it written down a bit. Like the sequence, the numbers went from 10, 15, 20, and 20, 24, 20, or 2041. I can't decipher my drunk writing, but yeah. Anyway, moving on, because I don't think anyone's interested in that. More female figure faces and figures. More face doodles. I think these were done. Yeah, these were done with a brush pen, and probably with the Faber-Castell brush pen that I bought. I think I bought a few of them. Here we have a few more faces, and I better erase these areolas, these sketchy areolas, so it doesn't get misconstrued as something pornographic. But believe me, there wasn't really much detail there to begin with. I just needed to erase those just so friggin' don't get in trouble again for drawing anything too lewd or explicit. Frickin' government. Why don't you frickin' get off my back? Unconstitutional jerks. Should all have to serve a capital punishment for your willful unconstitutional transgressions against people's freedoms and such. Frickin' mind crime. Okay, I gotta slow down before I start swearing up a storm again. Anyway, oh shoot, there she is. Okay, this is the former coworker that I talked about, where like I just really fell in love with her proportions and such, and would often draw her in my sketchbooks in various poses and whatever. And yeah, it's really fucking creepy, but like she had such like a perfect figure, even though she complained that her boobs were too small or whatever. But like I just really enjoyed drawing her because she was just so fun to draw because she was just freaking beautiful. And yeah, it doesn't stop me from being a creep. But hey, she helped advance my artistic prowess, career, and abilities. Here's a few more doodles. We're almost at the end. We're pretty much at the end of this sketchbook tour with this sketchbook, and that does it. That's the end. This is the last sketch in this sketchbook. Sweet, awesome. There we go. That's 2 sketchbooks done in one sketchbook tour video, but I think that's only possible because these sketchbooks are so small. Like, let me get them side by side, and they're both moleskins, but yeah, they're, as you can see from the size of my hands, you know, like they're still pretty small. But yeah, that concludes another edition of Johnston Blackhorse Sketchbook Tours. I hope you all enjoyed it. Des says, blazing through these books. Yes. Hold on, let me say that again. Blazing through these books. Yes, we're almost at the end of them. And then, hold on, let me see if I can grab this monster real quick. Not only did I sketch in sketchbooks, I would sketch on loose pieces of paper, and yeah, check all that out. Those are all like loose drawings. I think is this okay? There are a few reams of blank paper in here, which I should probably go through because I feel like I'm running low on paper. But yeah, after the sketchbook tours are done, I think I might go through this whole freaking stack. It's crazy. Ah, get that. Get that back. There we go. And Des says, "Oh damn, yes, oh damn indeed." And that's not even the I guess the half of it. I see like several more stacks that couldn't even fit in that folder. And I wish I could show you more, but unfortunately, due to my restrictions, my sister had to take some of my other pornographic sketchbooks with her, pack them away so I don't get in trouble for possessing my own um, lewd artwork again, get thrown back in prison for that again. Fuck those unconstitutional assholes. Shoot, I tried not to swear, but I did it anyway. All right, that's enough of that. Can't dwell on that too much until I take over the world, and then I can have them all serve a capital punishment for their transgressions. Yes, it's my driving force to take over the world and just undo all this friggin'. No, Cal Larkin, I can't vote. I'm not allowed. I'm an ex-felon. An ex-felon on lifetime supervision, which means there's not much I can do about it, which sucks. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this edition of Johnston Blackhorse Sketchbook Tours. Is freaking awesome, and thanks to all those who participated in the chat. It's always a joy interacting with any fans, followers, supporters, or just anyone who happens to stumble into the chat room. So thank you goes to Cal Larkin, and thanks go to Des for jumping in. And yeah, I feel pretty shitty about not being able to vote, but I'm hoping like a lot of the laws will change here pretty soon because it's just ridiculous the fact that America produces like about a million freaking ex-felons a year, and those are like they're constantly pumping out people who can't vote anymore. So that's a large bracket of people who are missing out on like being able to vote, and that's a large votes that are just missed in this country right now. So I know there are like things that several states have done to give you your right to vote back when you're off paper and whatever. But being on lifetime supervision, like I don't know how long I'm going to have to stay on that because you know what, no one does a lifetime. And after a year, I can petition to get off of that. And with that, I'm hoping to get my right to vote back. But what I believe is that like once you're out the gate, you should just have those rights back. Like you should have your right to vote because the purpose they take it away is like, oh well, your inability to vote is like part of your punishment. That'll show you is like fucking like it's like why is that? It's like is that supposed to be incentive to not do crime or whatever? It's like, oh, we'll take away your right to vote if you do anything improper. It's like friggin' that's no one's on that isn't on anybody's radar when they friggin' commit a crime or um, commit some sort of weird arbitrary like trespass that they didn't even know was a crime, and then all of a sudden like for some stupid reason they find themselves in a ex-felon situation for like let's say a thought crime, because those are becoming pretty prevalent nowadays. Anyway, going off on another rant when I don't mean to be. I should save these rants for some, I guess, politically motivated animations or whatever. Uh, Des says, really, though, you served your time, your debt to society should be considered paid. It should be, but it's far from it because I'm perceived as a threat to society, even though, like, I haven't committed an actual offense, like a hands on offense or anything. And God, yeah, I should just cover all of this in some informative animated videos just to get everybody up to date and whatnot, just so I don't have to rant so much. Shoot. Anyway, so thanks to Cal Larkin and Des for participating in the chat. It's always fun participating or interacting with fans, followers, supporters, or anybody who happens to stumble into my videos. And again, if you want to support my videos and my creation of animations or art content, you can become a Patreon patron or visit my GoFundMe. And all those links are in the description section below. My Patreon account, or my Patreon page, my GoFundMe, and my autobiographical blog. And I'm also a member of DeviantArt, Fur Affinity, and Ink Bunny. So if you're a member of any of those websites, you can start following me or watching me. And feel free to send me a note, message, or comment just to let me know how I'm doing. Or if you have any suggestions for future videos, or perhaps a request, keep in mind requests aren't guaranteed. In fact, I've still yet to get back to my request list. Oh man, I'm so bad at this. Geez. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please click that like button. Share this video with your friends or associates, what have you. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell to be notified of whenever I upload more content, because I'm uploading content on a weekly basis. And I guess, yeah, it's about it. So thanks for watching this video, and hope you had a blast. And I guess, like as always, I'll check y'all later. Sweet. Bye.